Hey guys, welcome to Table 10, our knitting podcast. We will be your host today. My name is Renee.
I'm Rachel, and this is episode 28.
Welcome to episode 28. If you have never been to our table before, we are so happy to have you and so happy that you grabbed a seat with us. And if you have become regulars at Table 10, welcome back. We are so happy to have each and every one of you joining us.
Yes.
This is our place on the internet where we hang out, talk about yarn, knitting, and really hang out.
Sure.
Hey, and we are two sisters from the Pittsburgh area. We didn't say that in a couple episodes.
We never say that.
There you have it. What are we talking about today, Rach?
The usual stuff. Our knitting, our upcoming knitting adventures. I brought a little bit of yarn to show you that I bought this week. And is that it? Do we have anything else?
No, I think it's a regular episode today.
Yeah, just the usual.
We haven't seen each other.
Not much.
Really?
No, I've shuttled children back and forth to hockey rinks and worked all weekend.
Ugh. What did we had sports on Saturday, and then yesterday we went to the Taylor Swift album release party in theaters. Fun. It was really fun.
Awesome.
You want to see? This is my most recent finished object. We made friendship bracelets. Me, my husband, and the kids.
Cute.
You'd be surprised how long it takes to...
I would not be surprised.
To make...
I have made friendship bracelets with the children and never got through a whole bracelet before I was like, I feel like this is not the job for me.
I got 2 bracelets done, and the kids did a pretty good job, but my husband was having some supply issues. He chose first a string that was for a necklace, so it was not stretchy. So he was all beaded up, but it wasn't going to get on his wrist. And then
I did notice that yours said words and your kids said their names and your husband said gibberish.
No, those are the kids' initials.
Oh.
Well, our initials. He has mine and the 2 kids.
One I saw had 3 letters.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
He did their whole monogram?
Yes.
Because I was like, I don't know that Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, my kids I would have put them all on the internet. I only posted my own hand because my children chose their names, and then he was trying to be like a little more
discreet.
Yes, so he just used all of our initials.
Nice.
Yeah, that was our weekend.
Nice.
And grocery shopping, and I got to go to have Korean barbecue last night.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I did not grocery shop. I have not done laundry, but I did work 2 midnight shifts. And both times I had something to do immediately upon getting home.
Oh.
This is one of those times. So, FYI's for you guys. I could not get my contacts to go in my eyes this morning. They kept rejecting. I put them in, blinked them right back out.
Denied.
So I brought my glasses, but then there's glare. So then I tried to clean my glasses, and now there's lint. So I'm going to leave those on the table, and just so you know, I can't see anything. Okay?
I think you can wear them.
No, it's annoying. They're like foggy now.
Oh, okay.
You have the bougie tissues.
I do.
And they leave a film.
Do you know why? Our grandma. She always said, plus, they're the best.
Well, she did not wear glasses either.
So that's the only kind I let in my house.
I think that's what we have too. But at my house, I have lens wipes. Because I wear glasses.
One of those.
It's fine.
Okay. Here we are. Hey, okay. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my finished object of the week. This is the sweater number 14. Hold on. Where's my phone? Okay, I'll stand up for you guys. Oh, and my pajama pants. So she's done.
Rachel, she's beautiful.
She did block out, as I hoped. You know, like, here's my waist, here's my hips. Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy with how this came out. I didn't end up having to put elastic in the neck, but when I blocked it like really narrow.
And protected that collar.
So this is knit in 3 strands of yarn all held together. Oh, and I was saying the yarn wrong. Who's surprised? Raise your hand. No one's surprised. But somebody told me I was saying it wrong. So, the first yarn is Malabrigo Arroyo. I've been saying Arroyo.
Okay.
So, apparently it's Arroyo in natural. That's a sport light DK weight superwash merino. And then I had Hedgehog Fibers merino lace in the color Puffball, and that is just merino, non-superwash, and it's like a significant amount of yardage per skein. I think it's like 1,300 yards per skein. So I didn't even use one whole skein of that.
Okay.
And then the Hedgehog Fibers Kid Silk Lace, which is their mohair, also in the same colorway, Puffball. And I did want to bring the leftovers to show you guys, but I did not put them in my little basket that I've been collecting things in. So I don't have them. But I could make a whole nother sweater.
Oh, yeah?
I have so much yarn left over.
It's a shame that you don't have a daughter. You could make a little mini-me.
Mm-hmm. I do have a pattern for a jaunty shawl that I could make. Hey, wouldn't that be pretty?
That would be so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Or you should make a hat. You would have like a little set.
I don't know if I want a mohair hat. Does it look like it's going to get in your eyeballs?
No.
You sure?
No. A lot of people put mohair in their hats, though.
Okay. Does it get in your eyeballs?
Well, there you go. Let us know.
But I'm very happy with this. It is super soft. It's not itchy at all. It is warm, though. I had to take my sweater off. I have a tank top on under it. I had to take the sweater off to get this room ready because it's warm.
Did you say who it's by or what size you knit up?
I'm saying that. It's by My Favorite Things Knitwear. So it's sweater number 14, the V-neck, because there's also a crew neck sweater number 14. It is by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and you, I think, can only buy those patterns on her website. So if you're looking for it, it's listed on Ravelry, but you can't buy it there.
Okay.
And I knit the largest size of 3, and I paid 0 attention to gauge. So I have no idea if I made a sweater that was supposed to be the size that it is.
Okay.
But I did make a sweater that fits me the way I wanted it to.
I love it.
So, thank you.
Really.
I did too.
I think
I'm
that's
very
one of my
happy
favorite ones of yours.
Really?
Yeah. I probably say that after every finish, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, that one's really good. As soon as Rachel texted the photos to me of her trying it on after it came off of the blocking mats, I was like, you knocked it out of the park.
I know. I'm real happy with this.
It's
I love
so
this
it looks,
like folded collar.
It looks store-bought.
Thank you.
In the best way.
Thank you.
Like luxurious store-bought.
I'm real happy with it. You know, I just really like a rainbow speckle.
Okay.
My other favorite sweater, aside from this, is the Noro cardigan. That's also a rainbow speckle. I feel like that's my vibe.
Okay. And it hides dirt well.
Does it?
I think so. As long as it's just like a little drop here.
To tell you, I brought my coffee cup in the car with me, and it was the scariest experience.
You were living on the edge.
Because sitting right next to me in my car are a pair of pink sweatpants.
Excuse me.
That were advertised to me on TikTok. You know how that happens?
Okay.
And they'll be advertised to you in this like cute little like 27-year-old size 2. She's wearing these pants and you're like, oh yeah, those are the cutest pants. I want those. So I bought them, and in a shocking turn of events, they did not look cute on me. I put them on and my son was like, I don't think those are nice.
What? Older or younger?
Older. I was like, I don't think they're nice either. So I put them in the car so I could return them. And the other day I got in the car and my coffee.
Over the pants?
Oh, yeah. So they're mine now.
Oh.
They're this color.
Oh.
And they highlight every single way that your body is shaped. Okay? Every single way. All of them.
How long did that take you to knit? That was quick.
Yeah.
A couple weeks?
I cast this on, I think, the day we got home from Montana. So 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks-ish.
That's fast.
Yeah, but this is a huge gauge.
What size needles?
I think this was a 10. I think it was a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's fun to see something come together that quickly.
It is. Yeah. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my stripe pipe. This is a pattern by Kutovakika. I knitted up size 2, and this was a roller coaster. You guys will remember I wasn't sure about it because the body is just a rectangle with some body shaping at the bottom, which is not very flattering when you put it on without sleeves.
I remember.
I don't even know. Did I have a neck then?
You did have a neck, but like this was all rolled up, making it look thick, and it looked like a man's vest.
Dad's vest. That's what we were saying. Or like potato sack. But here she is.
Very non-potato sacky now.
Very non-potato sacky, and I am really happy. I'm really happy with her.
Good.
I'm happy with the color selection. I'm happy that this when I first cast it on with the oatmeal main color looked more gray, but now with all of the colors it does look more purple to my eye at least. Yeah, super happy with it.
Good.
This is knit up mostly in Knitting for All of Heavy Merino, except for this green colorway. That is their Merino held double. Here are the colors. I had to write them down. Plum Clay, Dusty Honey, Copper, Dusty Petroleum Blue, and Dusty Sea Green. And the background color is Oatmeal. Yeah, it's very comfortable, but it feels hard wearing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I feel like I can wear this every day and not worry about getting it snagged on like little life things.
Yes.
So, yeah, I hope to get a lot of wear out of this one. What else can I say? Oh, I went up a needle size, which is what I normally do because I'm a tight knitter. Pattern calls for a size US 6. I used a US 7. I am not at gauge. I am over in every way. I think I'm over this way and I'm over that. And I'm okay with that. It gave me more of an oversized fit than I had originally intended when I was casting on. But I still think it's...
What size did you knit?
Size 2.
And what size did it block out to be? Do you know? Because it was not size 2. I bet it was like a 4.
Right.
Because you asked me
big.
What my measurements were.
I think oh, that's right. Yeah, I had it
and it was just a tad smaller than I would comfortably wear. So right. I bet that's more like a 3-4.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wear extra large t-shirts in life just running around. I like them large. So it's nice that I have the extra room that I can just throw it on over top of large t-shirts. That's it. Okay. It has half twisted rib, couple rounds of a contrasting color for the cuffs and the neckline. And the hem, I don't love it like this. Just style-wise, I don't like it. So I flip mine under. That's how I've been wearing it.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
And I didn't overly stretch that waistband when I blocked it. I could have, but I did not because I already knew that it was... So it's knit to the length that the pattern says it should be, but I had to cut off some length on the body ribbing and I had to cut the last main color stripe off of before I started the hem.
Right.
And it was to like 23 and something inches, which is what the pattern calls for, which is too long for me because I have a short torso. So I didn't overly stretch that hem, the ribbing, so that I could fold it under and it would, yeah. Other than that, I would probably have to front tuck it, and I kind of like the option of just flipping it under.
Yeah. Have you worn that out in the wild yet? Did it go anywhere?
So. It hasn't been cold enough.
Yeah, it's been hot.
It's been hot here, like really hot. 80s. Yeah, it's been hot. We didn't expect it to be so hot. We were at a soccer game this weekend, and my oldest got like not burnt, but sun kissed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's hot up on that hill. Okay.
All right.
What have we finished anything?
I have not. This is my finish.
Okay.
So this is a finish from last week.
I have not finished anything. I've just been casting things on.
Oh, fun.
I know. That is fun.
That is fun.
Okay. What are you?
So I brought 4 whips today.
I have 2.
I have 6 total. I want to talk about that later. But I brought with me 4. Because those are the ones that I have at least knit a stitch on this week.
Okay.
The other 2 have just been... Don't look at them.
Okay,
I have been properly ignored.
I have I have two more that are upstairs that we can talk about that too.
Okay.
The finest kind and the key sweater.
Right.
We'll do that at the end of our whips.
Sure.
You want to do it now?
No, we can do it at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do whips that we've actively knit a stitch on.
Yes.
Okay. I have 4.
Okay. Bring your socks out.
Okay. So the first one are my Spooktacular socks.
I love this sock.
And these are going to be my Halloween socks this year. So I'm knitting these in the leftover skeins of yarn from my Painting Honeycombs shawl. So it's 29 Bridges Go-To Sock. It's a pattern by Charlotte Stone. It's called Spooktacular. It is in her book, Joyful Colorwork Socks, and also available as a standalone pattern now. So the gray color is Carbon by 29 Bridges, and the speckle is Coral Reef. Okay, so as a review, I went through all this last time. The ribbing I did on a 1. And then she has you increase your amount of stitches and your needle size for the color work.
Okay.
And I thought that I knew better than that. So I did not do that. I just chose 1. But it does say in the pattern that if you don't fall within her foot measurements, just change your needle size.
Okay.
So, and I didn't really fit within her sizes. So I did stay on a 1, 9-inch circular.
Okay.
For this color work chart. And the color work fits me fine. Now, this heel does not fit me fine.
That's right.
Right? But I'm leaving it on there now because since I'm using the leftovers from my shawl, I don't know if I have enough carbon to get 2 complete socks. So I wanted to make the socks first and then deal with the heel.
You know what stinks is that that's one of the colors I didn't pick.
I know.
Like that I could have just been have mine.
I know, but what doesn't stink is that we're going to see Mary
I know.
in a week and a half. So it'll be fine. But I do kind of want to have at least one of these done to show Mary.
Yeah.
Because I got a couple messages saying oh, I'm going to knit the same socks. I ordered the same yarn. So.
It's so funny that she was on a hunt. She was like, do you like this speckle or this speckle? I need some dark gray sock yarn. And then she wrapped up her shawl and she was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've been using the yarn that I'm looking for.
That's right. But my brain couldn't see it as available until that shawl was done. It is perfect. I love these. I'm so happy with how they're turning out.
Yeah.
We just have to judge that heel up a little bit, but I think that'll be easy enough.
It looks shallow.
It is. It's not my favorite heel construction, but I'm just going to pop a regular afterthought heel in there.
Yeah.
Be no big deal. Okay, so that's this sock.
So then do you think you'll knit the next one just in a tube?
I'm going to put the waist yarn in because I don't want to have to cut into the color work. But yes, I'm just going to prepare it for a forethought heel, basically. Yeah. Okay. That's that one.
Okay.
My Quilty cabin socks here. It's got a little bit of progress this week. I'm still just knitting down the foot of the second sock. You want to hold the first sock up?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's this pattern by again? Something crochet. Do we remember?
I don't remember.
I can never remember. Apologies. This is the Quilty cabin socks by, Renee's going to tell us in just a minute. It's knit in the Farmer's Daughter Fibers Sock Squad from June. Something about a rattlesnake? I don't think the colorway is that important because if you're in the sock squad, you know which one this is. And if you're not, I don't think you can buy it. So, Crooked River Crochet is who the pattern's by. That's right. So the first sock is done. The second sock is just working down the, there we go.
My feet are cold, so these are actually nice.
They are, huh? Yeah. This is a speckled yarn.
Here.
And that orange that the quilt block motifs are knit in is the mini that came with the set. So I did the entire sock on a magic loop 1 except for the colorwork chart, which I did on a 1.5 9-inch circular.
You have 2 fantastic socks on the needles.
I know.
Really.
I know. I'm very happy with both of them.
You should be.
And and they're like at different parts now. So when I don't want to think, I do this one, and that one when I want to like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Oops.
Okay. So those are my 2 socks. You're still wearing one. It's fine. Just, it matches your outfit.
It's adorable.
All right. Go ahead.
So cute.
What do you got to show us?
Okay. One of my first cast-ons, it's actually my most recent cast-on. When we went to the retreat in Montana.
The Makers in the Big Sky with the Farmer's Daughter Fibers.
Thank you. We were gifted one skein of Spin Cycle Plump Slow Burn, which is the house colorway for Farmer's Daughter Fibers of the spin cycle that everybody fell in love with, myself included. So Rachel got on Ravelry and was like, ooh, let's find something that we can make with bulky yarn. And she found a pattern by Maxim. It's called Plump It Up. It uses Spin Cycle Plump. And if you read the notes,
the exact same color, right?
No, I don't think he uses slow burn. I don't think he does. Look that up while I talk. And some of the comments said that if they didn't have access to Spin Cycle Plump, it was a hard yarn to substitute. They were having a hard time to find a substitution for this. So let me get you in on. Look at that. Okay. And then the pattern calls for a fluff. Let me pull the pattern up for you so that you can see it.
Oh, he uses Next Level.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't ours. Level? Show them the pattern.
Doesn't it look like it though? It's very similar. Okay.
Show them.
Well, I don't know if this is the picture I want to show them. I want to show them the one that's all spread out. You talk.
I want them to see it so that they know what I'm talking about.
Your internet's
You're not on it.
Pooping. That's a pretty one. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Can you get it closer? Look at that. Okay, so the dark colorway that you're seeing there is the color changing yarn, and then, which for us is Spin Cycle Plump, and then it calls for a fluff. We ordered, and mine just arrived, this. Oh. Yes! This is Farmer's Daughter Fibers. Oh dang. This is in the colorway. This is Oh dang DK. This is in the colorway Lonely Bull. I am holding it double to get that bulky weight. And here is my progress so far. Look how pretty it is. So, and you can already see the color changes happening in the yarn. Super soft, super cozy. It feels
really squishy.
It feels like a marshmallow. Like if you could knit a marshmallow. Watch that mic, Rach. If you guys could knit up a marshmallow, that's how yummy this is to like feel. I'm very excited to wrap myself in this.
Yeah.
And I really like the shape of it. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too much scarf to manage.
No, it looks like a once around.
Right.
Which you don't need much more than that.
Right. And it looks like it's going to have a pretty substantial like heft to the tail, like enough weight to hold it in place.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have 2 skeins of the Spin Cycle Plump, and I have 2 skeins of the Oh Dang DK that I'll hold double. This was so popular, apparently, when we were there because we were all buying it.
Right.
Because Rachel was like, oh, I found this pattern, and I'm going to hold it with this. And a lot of us were like, oh, me too, me too.
The thing is, you can't do a lot with 1 skein of Plump because it's so bulky that there's not a lot of yardage. So, and Spin Cycle, we wanted them to match, right? So everyone decided like, oh, let's buy 2. And then we just all decided we liked that pattern. So
yeah, it's striking from afar,
so
the lines
pretty.
in it.
It's so pretty.
And then the back, it's a pattern with a lot of slip stitches. So you can see all the floats along the back. If you were thinking about casting this on, I would say to make sure that you're, when you start a pattern and you're like not really sure what's going on yet. Well, when I was here, when I could only see like this much of the project, I was like, I don't think I'm doing this right. What is happening? And then you could start to see the pattern emerge. And I was like, oh, okay, I need to make those floats loose. Because what happens if the floats of the spin cycle are too tight, feel this down here, it almost feels like a welt. It's
I
really,
see. Yes.
Really.
It's like puffing up.
Yeah, it like poofed up the Oh Dang DK.
Boy, is that pretty.
I know, Rachel. It's almost,
Who found that pattern? On. She's so good.
Can you see how like sucked in this one is? And then I got more relaxed and more cognizant of that as I went on.
Do you think we'll have a cold enough winter?
We did last year.
We had a really cold winter last year.
Yeah, but like, and they say you can block aggressively. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be great. And it's neutral with a little bit of fun.
It's perfect.
I like the neutral and then a little bit of a party up front.
Yeah.
Or up close. What else can I say about... Oh, excuse me. I've never knit with Surrey alpaca.
Yeah, I know. It was a big worry for you. The alpaca.
Yes. Because anyways, this is a little difficult. The 2 strands of Odang for me, because I'm tight knitter. So I have to mentally, physically tie my hand-brain connection together and tell I have to tug on my stitches a little more to loosen them up, which feels like an extra step.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it's going to have to be because of the way that this yarn kind of wants to just like, oh, we're friends now. Yeah. And then you have to like give it a little extra to loosen it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I love her. I really love her. And I cast this on 2 days ago.
Nice.
And I got this much. So I think that feels quick.
Well, yeah, and it's all that bulky yarn. It should go quick, right?
And it wasn't my only whip. I've just been working on this like a little bit. The pattern is a 16 round repeat. Oh. But an easily memorizable one.
Okay.
Just one thing changes every few rounds. So I went through those 16 twice.
Okay.
And I was like, got it. Don't have to look at the pattern anymore.
I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
Plump It Up by Maxim. Did I say all the things?
I think so.
Oh, size-wise, I am knitting this on a 10.5. It calls US 10.5, which is 6.5 millimeters.
Yeah.
The pattern calls for a 10.75 US.
Right.
That does not come in the Xiaogu.
I bought it.
It does not come in the Xiaogu interchangeable needle tips, like in the set that you have. So I wasn't going to buy a needle for this.
I did.
I had the option to use the US 10.5 or the US 11. And looking through Ravelry, I could see that people had the same situation as me. And one person that went up to get a looser gauge ran out of yarn. So I would say, think about that when you're choosing your needle size, unless you buy the 10.75. Me being a tighter knitter, I would have gone up, honestly, but having read those comments was helpful to help me decide. The other thing is that you don't have to do all of the repeats. So some people say, weigh your yarn because this is it's not the exact amount in each skein. And they're like, oh, I knit it to halfway and I had just a little bit of my first skein of this left. Then in the second half of the pattern, I ran out. I didn't weigh it because I had already cast on when I started reading the comments. So I think I'm just going to probably cut off a repeat so that I don't have to worry about it. That's my plan.
Okay. 2 things. I did buy the 10.75s. They only come in 4-inch tips that I could find. So if you're looking for them, you have to look for the 4-inch ones. And the other thing is, when we were in the yarn shop, the ladies that we were shopping with were reading the reviews, and she said the same thing that you did. A lot of people run out of yarn.
Yeah.
So cut back on a repeat. And I said, can't you just weigh your yarn? And she said no, because one half of the scarf uses more of the odang, and then the next half of the scarf uses more of the spin cycle. Is that right? I've not knit it.
I've not knit it either.
So I don't know if the weighing thing is going to work, because that was my idea, and she said,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, tell us.
You got it.
Okay.
Look at us. We're like a big neutral vibe. Like a neutral, but with color.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my Plump It Up by Maxim Sear.
Okay.
He also has a cowl. This is it's just called Plump It Up, but it's a scarf. Okay? All right. What's next for you, Rach?
Okay, I have my jaunty shawl. If you remember last time, I was almost at the end of my first skein of yarn. Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so I
Refresh me.
had in my stash 4 skeins of Monostel Uruguay Marla in the color caramel. Will you throw that up there? And I was very close to finishing the first skein of yarn last week. And I thought that I would make a 3 skein shawl. The pattern says to knit until you're like 45% through your yarn, and then to basically, yeah. Well, I didn't want to stop increasing. I might be making a shawl that's too big, but it's what's probably going to happen. So here's where we are. I'm almost here. This is the second skein of yarn now. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Rachel, this yarn is so pretty.
I know. Here it is. So this is what I've got so far. And I have decided that that's the jaunty shawl. So I've decided that when I am almost at the end of that skein, I will start decreasing, and I'm just going to use up the majority of this yarn. Because, like, what am I going to do with one skein?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a elongated triangle shaped shawl, and it is half fisherman's rib knit flat, which I love. It might be my favorite stitch to knit. I find it so fun. I can almost do it. I've been practicing at hockey, doing it without looking. I'm close. So
it's pretty.
Yeah, so this is the right side. I don't know.
Look at this pulling too.
Yeah, it does pull, but then when you block it, you kind of like stretch it out and it gets rid of the pulling a little bit.
Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't. It's just a FYI. So here's where I am. I would say I'm 40% of the way through this.
It's so pretty, Rachel.
It is. I know. I'm very happy with it.
It feels good. What is this yarn?
It's superwash merino.
Oh, okay. Superwash.
Yeah. I originally bought this yarn to make the traveler shawl.
What weight is this, Rach?
This is I think it's considered a DK weight. And this pattern is like choose your own adventure. Choose your own yarn, choose your own needles. So I chose a size 4. When I knit the Inclinations cowl and the original Inclination shawl, which is the same stitch type, it's half fisherman's rib, both by Andrea Mowry. She had us on smaller needles than I would expect, because this does block, it stretches
generously.
Yes. So I went with a 4 because I knew I had a lot of yarn. So I thought if it's no big deal.
Right.
I think you could have gotten away with a 5, but I went with a 4. So
it's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
I like everything about this. I like the way the yarn looks. I like the way the yarn feels.
I like the weight of it.
I like the color of it a lot. I asked Renee yesterday, what do you call these colors? I like these kind of colors. They're not bright. They're not dark. She called them rich.
With depth. Rich with depth.
I like it.
Like, you have a rainbow here.
Yes.
But it's rich and, like, saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful, Rachel.
And I really enjoy knitting half fisherman's rib flat. I think it's so much fun. If you have not done it, I 10 out of 10 recommend any of them. Inclinations shawl, Inclinations cowl, or this jaunty.
Well, I think it's because you get the fun of like a different stitch type, and then you get the relief row of just straight knitting.
Yeah, because when it's flat, you get to knit.
Right.
In the round, you have to purl.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is my jaunty shawl. I'm not quite halfway there, I think.
I don't have point protectors on this.
No one's going to be
ready
surprised
for the next
by
one.
that.
Yeah, Are you ready to see my Easy V? Guys, I cast this on and could not be stopped. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Let me show you. So this was this was hanks of yarn last week when you guys saw this. And now we have an entire completed yoke.
How pretty.
Wait, let's get her.
It's too bad you don't have the point protectors. There you go.
Let's get her unscrunched a little bit. Look at her. I love this so much, guys. And I decided, okay, when I was standing in Farmer's Daughter Fibers, envisioning what I want my version of an Easy V to look like, I didn't know it then in terms of words, but what I was looking for was medium contrast. I did not want this color work section to be high contrast. I don't think that high contrast looks great on me. I don't think I have the features to support it. Like my skin and hair doesn't do well with super high contrast. So I wanted medium contrast, and I think I did it.
I think you did excellent.
Like you can tell that the pattern's in there, but it's not too terribly... Oh, yeah. I love it.
It's beautiful.
I love this so much. Almost to the point that I finished the color work and I was like, I'll just look at it now. I stopped knitting on it and I cast that on.
But you get to do it all over again at the sleeve.
I know, but I am so happy with this. Now, when I try it on, this neckline is tight, which makes me feel good because I know that once the sleeves come on and the rest of the body comes on, it will stretch out. Because I am a mom, I don't want this neckline too far. Like,
right.
I don't. Do you know where the point of your shoulder? The point of your, what is this, clavicle?
Yeah.
I want it on the inside of that. I don't want it on the outside of my clavicle. I need it like, because I have kids and they hang and the thing. So this is a pattern by Caitlin Hunter or Boylan Knits. It is the Easy V, V-neck. You cast on at the neckline, which is awesome because the first thing you do is put the collar on. So that's done. It's like a task out of the way. Then you go straight into your color work chart for the yoke. Go ahead. Look at that.
Look how good you did, Renee.
I got really close.
And that was your goal, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, you did so good.
And this is all, for the majority, all yarn that I bought at Farmer's Daughter Fibers in Montana.
It's a souvenir.
I know, right? And it feels Montana to me. I don't know why. It just does. I don't know. Yeah. So I will put all of the colorways in the show notes below. I did add one yarn that is not a spin cycle in here. And it's because remember guys, I was like, hey, do we want Stay Ready or do we want Water Witch? And when I did the color work chart, we did Water Witch. Can you hold this up, Rach?
Yep.
So this first light one is Water Witch, and it looks pretty and neutral here. But when I had it so close up to my face, that's a lot of purple and green for me. So this light one, I grabbed Earth Yarns from my stash. It was a light worsted, which I thought would be perfectly fine, and it was. So that's the only non-spin cycle, and it's only because my Water Witch skein, the next color that I was going to pull from it, either end, was going to be pretty bright. And I'm okay with bright on my sleeves. I didn't necessarily want a bright pop of color.
Gotcha.
I still wanted it to be muted.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm at gauge. I haven't measured that.
Okay. But you tried it on.
Yes.
And it fits.
Yeah. So you get through the color work chart. You do some short rows in the back, which made me feel better because some people said, hey, think about adding short rows into the Easy V because I've seen the fit not be great on some people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe she had a pattern update since people had made it because there are short rows.
Maybe that person had not made it. Like the person giving you the advice didn't know there was
short rows in the back. Yeah. So short rows in the back, and then after you get through those short rows, I think you do like a round or two, and then try it on for size, for depth, and I was fine. But you have the option to knit more.
Okay.
I was fine in terms of depth, so I went ahead and split for sleeves. So now I'm just working my way down the body. We'll have to have a discussion here.
It's so crazy how different it looks in person versus in the camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can see all the different colors up close, and from far away, you just get the, they like mesh together.
Right. Yes. Even on there, some of those bright colors aren't picking up as much. Do you think?
I can't see.
Oh. Okay.
I wanted to ask.
Look at how much sweater I got done.
You did excellent.
In a week.
You did
I
so
couldn't.
good.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It's like, the chart feels like this big. It's
Right.
not a big monstrous chart. And you can memorize it very easily.
Okay.
Like I didn't have to put the markers on to keep myself straight. It was very easy. And if you lost your place in it, you could just look down and reference what you'd already knit and be like, oh, I know where I am.
Because it just keeps repeating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I'm very, very happy with this.
Good.
I think it might be on track to be my favorite sweater.
Oh!
I know. This season, anyways. The first month in the season of the fall season. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm super happy with it.
Good.
And I believe I'm knitting up a size 2. So recommended needle size. The discussion we're going to have is how long I knit the body.
Okay.
So I think I'll probably get through this yarn and put the sleeves on. And then we'll see if I'm going to make it a crop situation or not.
Because the sleeves are going to pull on that neck, and that's going to pull on the whole
It's going to drop the body
sweater
down. So this is knit up in Spin Cycle, Dream State, different colorways, obviously, and then Spinster's Daughter worsted in Clay Dreaming. And the sample for this sweater that Rachel held up to the screen has some variation in the hand-dyed, and that's a ritual dyes. Elder. I was hoping that this did not have as much variation, and it doesn't seem to. I changed my skein of yarn.
Okay.
Yeah, see the variation in the body there? It's still beautiful. I just did not want that much variation. So I have a little bit.
You have enough that you can tell it's hand-dyed yarn,
Right.
but not so much that it's like part of the design.
Right.
Which is probably the perfect amount.
So when I had to switch to a new ball of yarn, I think I did maybe 8 or 10 rounds every other because I was knitting in bed again at night. And with hand-dyed yarn, I've done this before. I've been like, same color. I'm just going to switch yarn and start knitting, and then I get a line.
Right.
So I did do 10 rows. I don't know what it would look like if I hadn't done that, but I'm very happy with the results. So I'll knit through this, and then we will go to sleeves, then body. Okay?
Yes. Hold on, I have to send a quick text.
And guys, I could not stop picking this color up in Montana.
She did in every base.
Even on a gray base.
It almost became like a running joke. Like, oh yeah, Renee, you found a good color, the same color.
And I didn't realize it until I started knitting this. And I have a lot of pieces of clothing in my wardrobe already this color.
Yeah.
Like I have a full linen jumpsuit in this color. I have like a silk tank top in this color. I didn't realize how much I like this color. But it's very pretty.
It is.
So yeah.
I'm curious, and the only reason that this is on the top of my mind,
My brain.
is that I just went back and looked at my color analysis because someone asked us what company we used.
Yeah.
And in my color analysis, it does say that I myself am medium contrast.
We
Do you
both
remember?
are.
Are we?
Yeah. Look at us. What?
Well,
Low
I used to
contrast
look at
is
us
like-
and think that we were the exact same coloring, but we're obviously not. I can tell when I watch us back on video.
Yeah.
But I used to look at you, and since I can't see me at the same time, I was like, that's probably what I look like.
In terms of like skin tone?
Yes, but when I watch us back, it is obvious that we are not the same skin tone.
So in my best colors, can you guys see this? That cube at the top, those are my quote best colors, and then the other top one are my best neutrals. It does have
that clay color.
Yes.
Yes. Look at you.
I know. Look at me.
And for reference, because if anyone's like, all Rachel does is knit blue, it's because all of my colors are just blue. Blue and pink. It's me, guys. There she is.
Who did this for us?
Oh,
we should just say it on
Flourish.
here.
Flourish.
They're on Instagram. We can put their... I'll put it.
Link.
Yeah.
We'll put an Instagram link if anyone... It was a virtual consultation. It was a flat fee. You sent in some pictures of yourself. They told you everything to include in the pictures. And you got back this very... it was a well done little packet in about, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And we very impatiently checked our email. Refresh.
I think Renee even sent an email saying, you said 14 days. It's been 14 days.
Did I?
Yeah, but it was over the holidays. Do you remember?
No.
I do. And she was like, oh, I know. Tomorrow.
I'm very excited.
Okay. I have one more. You want to see it?
Yes.
So last week I said that your sweater was breathing inspiration into my face. So I went home and I cast on my own stripe pipe, and I decided months ago to repurpose my 5 skeins of fingering yarn that I had picked out for the Vertices Unite shawl for a stripe pipe, because I decided that I wanted my Vertices Unite to be non-superwash yarn.
Yes.
So I had these 5 coordinating colors, and I was like, perfect, we'll just do a stripe pipe then. So here's what I've done.
Holding your fingering double.
Yes. So I ordered the main color in DK, and then I just grabbed all those fingerings and held them double. So here's where I got.
Look, it's like stripe pipe 2 ways, guys.
Yeah.
Rachel, it is so pretty.
I know.
This feels like a completely different garment, too.
Yeah. So hold that up.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the stripe pipe Rachel's version.
We should wear this on the podcast together one day.
Yeah. This is knit in Magpie Fibers Swanky. The main color is Swanky DK held single, and all of the contrast colors are Swanky Sock held double. So the main color is Stag Bunny, and then we have this top brown color is Bougie Beaver. This is a very dark brown. It might read black on the screen, but it's dark brown.
It always read black to me too.
It's Selkie.
It reads black to my eyeball, but I can see the brown in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is Selkie. This down here is Careless Whisper. It's like a plum color. Yeah. Mm. The collar, this is Magpie. And I brought the other, so I'm going to do the sleeves in these 2 colors. So this is the only non-Magpie yarn. This is a Manos del Uruguay Alegria Petal. And I didn't realize that I had done this, but if you pull up the pattern, I've almost copied her colors, except she uses red where I use purple. So since I had done that, when I got mine out, and I was like, oh, look at me. So original. I just put them in the same placement because all the thinking had been done.
Right.
She has a brown, she has black, she has red, and then she has blue and pink. So I was like, well, I'll just do the same thing.
Right.
Except I am switching the blue and the pink because I didn't want the pink by the purple. Because So I'm going to go pink up here.
Yeah.
And purple here.
Okay. Blue.
So, I'm sorry, yeah. Blue on the top of the sleeve. Is that what I'm doing?
Pink on top of the
sleeve. Pink on the top of the sleeve.
And
blue on the bottom.
Yeah, you just said purple instead of blue.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
And it's doing the same thing. The same
oh yeah, it's doing the potato sack thing. Okay, so some modifications that I've done.
It feels so nice.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It really does. This is a merino cashmere nylon. This yarn.
Is it superwash merino?
It is.
Okay.
It is, because that's why I decided not to use it for the Vertices.
Right.
Remember? Okay, some modifications that I've done. I am knitting a size 5 on the recommended needles, and my stitch gauge is exactly on. My row gauge is far off. And we had a very confusing conversation, Renee and our knitting group friends as to will my sweater be too long or too short. And at the end of the conversation, I still did not know.
I think it's long.
Well, I just knit and then I tried it on and I was like, that seems like enough sweater. So I also did not do the last.
Show them.
The last stripe of, this is ribbing. This that you see here is ribbing.
But the pattern calls for...
The pattern would call for one more straight knitting stripe of the background color before 4 inches of ribbing.
So it would go neutral, plum, neutral, then ribbing and neutral.
Right. And that, I don't think that I needed all that.
Do you know the length of your...
No.
We should keep a tape measure down here.
I have one. So, also, I don't enjoy knitting, and I don't love the look of twisted rib. Like, I don't like to knit it. Twisted rib. You're like, why?
Paused?
What are you doing on this podcast then, lady?
I don't enjoy knitting.
I don't like knitting twisted rib, and I don't really... It's not my favorite rib to look at. My favorite rib to look at and to knit is 2x2. Excuse me. So
This
I was
is
like,
how you do this, right?
2x2, Renee loves when I do that.
Go ahead, you keep talking.
So I decided to do all the ribbing in 2x2. And I, as I think everybody does when you decide you're going to modify the pattern, I went looking around on Ravelry. Where am I at?
You're at 21 right now, right? 21 and a half.
Yeah. And I'm not done with that ribbing.
Yeah.
I think visually I want that ribbing to be twice, but the width of 2 stripes. So the stripes are 1.5. So I think I'm going to do 3 inches of ribbing.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went looking around on Ravelry. I couldn't find anyone that did 2x2 rib. But then by some luck of YouTube, I came across, I might even have searched stripe hype, honestly. Anyhow, I found a video by Jackie is Making, and she was wearing her stripe hype, and she had done 2x2 rib. So instead of trying to remember, I just Instagram messaged her and was basically like, please tell me what you did. Because it was the contrast color at the edge that was confusing me, because I wanted to do a sewn bind off. So I didn't know how much 2x2 to knit in the contrast color before trying to rearrange it to do the tubular, to do like, that felt like a lot to accomplish in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you look at mine, I have more contrast color on my...
How many did you knit?
So what I did was, like, I have about 1 centimeter of contrast color. What I did was, I knit the 2x2 ribbing. Oh, you guys, I had to pick this collar up 3 times.
Look how nice it looks, though.
Well, better. I did it 3 times.
Why did you do it 3 times?
So the first time I picked up at the rate that she said in the pattern, and that gave me like 12 too many stitches.
Okay.
And I thought, I don't know what that means, but it felt like sloppy neckline to me.
I think that would give you a bigger collar.
Mm. So I was like, I can do that better. So then I picked up at the rate that Andrea Mowry told us is the perfect rate to pick up for a button band. She said 5 out of every 7.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know. Andrea Mowry said it. It's probably going to work. So I picked up...
For a button band.
For a button band. So I picked up 5 out of every 7 on the slanted edges. And then in the front, I picked up some other amount.
Crushing it.
I think I picked up more in the front and more in the back. And then I started doing my 2x2 rib, but everywhere that I skipped a stitch in the front and the back, the little like bump from the backward loop cast on or the long tail cast on in both popped out.
Oh.
So it was like this pretty rib with this like pimple. And I tried to ignore it.
No.
I couldn't ignore it. So I ripped it out again. I was like, how many times can you rip yarn out before it's like poopy? More than 3. So when I picked up again, I picked up lower than that bump. Like, yes. So I have like a pretty significant like ridge back here, which is fine. But you had to get past the cast.
I do that sometimes. Pop down one more.
Yeah, if you're not going to pick up if you're going to skip a random stitch here or there, then they like shoot out at you.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to do it 3 times. I finally got it right. So I did my 2x2 rib to the length that the pattern calls for. Then I put my contrast color on. I knit 1 straight round because I don't like to see those purl bumps. Then after 1 straight round, I did 1 round of 2x2 rib, just so that it like would look like 2x2
Oh wait,
rib.
we're at the top of the collar now.
Yes.
Okay.
Up here. Then I, at the same time, set up for the tubular bind off and rearrange the stitches. So have you ever had to do that? So you have like knit, knit, purl, purl. But for a tubular bind off, you need it to be knit, purl, knit, purl.
So you have to switch those interior.
Knit one, and then you have to basically cable the next 2. Slip it, knit it, slip it. You only have to do that once out of every
4.
2 and 2. Yeah. So I did that all the way around, and then the next time it was already set up to do the slip the knits and purl the purls.
Okay.
So that's your 2 setup rounds for the tubular. And then I did the sewn bind off, and I held both yarns for the sewn bind off, and it is like, feel it.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
substantial.
I can't remember if I did the tubular on this. I don't think I did.
Yes, you did, because the reason that you did blue and not green is because you didn't want to manage 2 strands of green.
No,
and
that's a
bed
sewn
laid.
bind off, but I don't know if I did the double knitting. I don't think I did, because I remember texting about it. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't do the double knitting.
You just did the Italian bind off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was worried that this was going to be too loose. So if you do the tubular, you have room to thread a little elastic cord in if you needed to. But it's not too loose. It's almost too tight.
Excuse me.
When I put it on, it fits me the way that I see that it fits you, the way that I see it fits her in the pattern. But to me, that is tight. I don't wear things tight on my neck. So I'm going to block this thing when I should have just stuck with my 12 too many stitches, maybe.
Maybe.
But
3 necklines ago, here we are.
yeah, it's staying.
Well,
now.
it looks beautiful.
Thank you. I'm happy with it. I like how it looks. Thank you to Jackie for helping me. She was a big help. And now I am doing 2x2 on the bottom, and you don't have to change colors. And I don't think I'm doing the tubular on the bottom because no one looks at the bottom hem. I'm just going to bind off in pattern.
Okay.
I think. Plus, like, it's just so much yarn to manage. All that.
Well, this is your single, right? So you don't have to hold it double.
Right. But I got to go 3 times around.
You should do it.
You
should do it.
We'll see. See how I feel. Well, we're going to talk about finishing whips here in a minute, and then we'll discuss it. But
it's beautiful.
Thank you. So,
feels so
I feel
good.
like this is a lot of knitting for a week. Look at this.
Oh, wait. Yeah. This
is
was a
all in
cast-on.
1 week. Yeah.
That's a ton. Hey, I want to laugh about something together. Rachel said in last week's episode, I want to do the easy V, but then you pulled out the stripe pipe, so I want to put the stripe pipe on the needles, and it's what I'm going to be knitting at Rhinebeck. So I think just knitting straight stripes will be easier. And then I've been talking to her and seeing this progress, and I was like, she is not going to still have that on the needles for Rhinebeck.
Well, here's the thing. I really like it.
I do too, Rachel. You should.
I like working with the yarn. It's pretty. And you know, this is so funny. Someone has to relate to this. You start knitting flat at the top, right? And you're like...
Everybody relates to this, Rachel.
All I want is to stop knitting flat.
Same.
I just want to stop knitting flat.
Once you connect...
And then you connect and you're like...
It's going to fly.
I'm so bored.
Right.
This is the most boring thing I've ever done.
I'll just go to the neck. Let me put on a sleeve. I know.
So, but... We're done. And now I'm going to have to knit in small circumference, which I also am going to whine about.
Let me see the inside. You said you would carry your yarn
I
on
did
the
not.
stripes.
I Stephen Weaving.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. Look, I did them all. They're all woven in.
Why didn't you carry it, though?
Because Laura told me not to.
Who's Laura?
Of Gail and Laura.
Oh, okay. Why did she tell you that?
Shh.
It's too many rows.
She said, well, you know, she knits all those striped sweaters.
Yeah.
That's like her thing.
Yeah.
And she left a comment and said, don't carry it.
Told you so. Oh, but because Laura said it, now she'll listen. Renee wasn't right the first time.
Well, it was the combination of you two.
Oh. That's my girl, Laura. You get her. You tell her. Did you also type, listen to your sister, she's right?
No. She didn't.
Hi, Laura and Gail. They are from the Yarn Room Shenanigans.
Yeah. So, but this, I think the Stephen Weaving looks fine. I don't think.
No, I think it looks great.
Yeah. It's good.
Yes.
Okay, so all we have to do is a couple more rounds on the bottom. Roll. Nope.
One more time.
There we go. Okay. Couple more rounds on the bottom, couple sleeves, and then this one will be done. Maybe I'll wear it to Rhinebeck since I'm not going to knit it there.
Yeah.
I am very happy with how that sweater feels.
It feels...
It's soft.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that it's going to pill. It's so soft. We'll see.
Maybe.
I'm going to need one of those things.
Sweater eater.
Is that what it is?
That's what I call it. I have one upstairs if we need it. We can pack it.
Okay. Okay. Are we done with whips?
I think so.
I want to talk about whips, though. So I just showed you 4.
Yes. And I showed 2.
And you have to, but I have 2 more and you have 2 more.
Yes.
So I have 6 and you have 4.
Can I specifically talk about my 2?
You can, but I'm going to talk first. Okay, we're recording today, Monday, October 6th.
You guys will see it Thursday.
Yeah, but for the purpose of this conversation, you got to know, we have 9 days until we leave for Rhinebeck.
The fact that her brain operates like that, for me, Rhinebeck is way over there.
But it's not. It's not at all.
It's way over there.
So close.
It's far away.
Can I finish all 6 whips in 9 days?
You have a sleeve on your...
I need to knit 1.5 finest kind sleeves.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that I had to rip a whole sleeve out of that thing.
That's 2 days.
I need to knit 2 sleeves and a little bit of ribbing on this stripe pipe.
That's a day.
I need to finish the toe of the quilty sock.
Okay. 4 days. I'm being generous here.
I have half of the Spooktacular sock.
Okay.
And half of the jaunty shawl.
6 days. How many do we have?
9.
It's an aggressive 6, but you can knit a lot.
You think I can? I want to finish them all so badly.
Yes.
So I told myself, for every whip you finish, without casting something new on, Rachel, don't do that. Because as you see, I can't control myself.
I think it'll be such a nice, palate cleanse to walk into the Dutchess County Fairgrounds and have nothing open queue.
I know.
Yeah.
And okay, so for everything that I finish without casting something else on, I'm going to allow myself one whim of a purchase.
I'm going to allow myself as many whims of a purchase without having to finish anything.
Well, I always do. But you know how sometimes you're like, do I need this? I don't need it. I'm just going to, however many. Spinning wheel, let's go home.
I'm going to do it without any of that work.
No, you won't. You impulse buy nothing.
Is that true?
We do a lot of, what did you buy, Renee? Nothing. It was too overwhelming.
Yes. But if I impulsively want something, I'll get it. I guess I don't have as strong of impulses.
It is possible. It is possible.
Yeah.
So that's my goal with myself. I want to get 6 whips done in 9 days.
Okay.
It took me 5 hours to knit that collar last night.
Yeah, but that's done now. See? How many collars do you have to put on? 0.
Oh, I forgot one. I have the Alpine Bloom.
That's not getting done.
Well, that's one of the 6.
Put that aside. That's not getting
6.
done.
Yeah.
So
5.
5 flips. I just can see that your attention isn't on that one. That's why I think...
I don't love knitting that yarn.
Yeah. That's your
It's
cami
hard
yarn?
to knit. No, that's the Equinox Sport.
That's hard to knit?
Yes, because now I'm knitting wool, and wool is springy and fun, and
that
silk is not. It's stiff and ropey.
The Alpine Bloom, and what's the winter version?
Autumn Alpine.
Okay. I could see that.
But it's going to be, I think it's going to be warm enough that I could wear it in Rhinebeck if I could get it done.
Wear other stuff. Focus on your other whips. This conversation alone is going to propel her to finish that Alpine Bloom. Okay, are you good with that? You're on a finish whips challenge.
With no cast-ons. If I call you and tell you, if you hear this in the background, you just tell me to stop that. Don't wind up that yarn.
I'm not going to do that. What do you feel like casting on?
Anything. I thought I was going to knit a hat this morning. For what? It's 82 degrees.
Well, yeah, it is warm here. But it was nice and cold, and I got out of bed this morning, and I do keep my bedroom quite cavernous, but just the house in general was cooler. And I was like, yeah, I get to put a sweater on. I was so excited for that.
The house was cooler. I will agree. I came home this morning and the house was cool, but it was not put on a knitted hat cool.
No, yeah, I know. But it's coming. The colder weather is coming.
But it can wait 9 days. It can just cool it, Rachel.
Or it couldn't.
If it doesn't, I really want this jaunty shawl.
Let me tell you, you're still going to make the impulse purchases.
I know.
So if this is what you have to do to motivate yourself, I support you. But we're still going to impulse purchase. If I'm there going, I think you should do it.
You should buy it. Are you going to buy it? No.
How can't you buy that?
I know.
Okay. So whips 6, Rachel 0. We'll report back next week.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh, fun.
6-0 right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's the score of the
6-0.
game. Rachel's losing. Okay, my other 2 whips that didn't come down here this week because I did not touch them. Well, I kind of touched them. The Key Sweater by Petite Knit, I cast on last year. And I stopped knitting it because...
I can do that. You talk.
Yeah. She's going to pull it up so that you guys can see the pattern that I'm talking about. If you weren't here last week, I knitted up out of Sanduskarn, Peer Gynt, and Alpaca Folgetrot held together. And I was knitting it up thinking, this is itchy. Look how pretty that sweater is.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. A lot of you guys said to block it, which was excellent advice. I blocked it, put it on, and thought, if I had to wear this because it was cold and I didn't have anything else, I would wear it. But in a wardrobe of hand knit
luxury
garments, I don't see myself ever wanting to reach for that one.
Got it.
So it dried, I pulled it over, and I was like, ugh, it's not for me. And it would be limiting in the fact of I would have to then also wear a turtleneck under it. So now I have a wool sweater plus turtleneck.
A heavy wool sweater.
Right. So I messaged one of my friends and said, hey, you're not as bothered by toothy wools, toothy fibers. Can I bring it for you to try on? And if you like it, you can just have it. Because she's a friend here in Pittsburgh in person. So that's going to be gifted to her. If not, maybe I'll keep I thought, I could use Peer Gynt in like mittens, or it would be nice to have in stash, but if she wants it, she can just have it. How many
mittens are going to make the whole sweater quantity?
I don't know. You never know. It's nice to have stash.
You don't like to have stash.
It's nice to have some stash. I was very happy
Your
that I had that
stash stresses you
yarns.
out, remember?
I was really happy I had that earth yarns.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm a big proponent of a stash.
Okay, so that's one. The second one is the Finest Kind. Will you pull that one up too?
Yep.
It's a pattern by Alicia Plummer. I'm knitting it for my husband. I read all of the comments, and I think what I'm going to do is, I even had some people reach out and say, hey, I knit this for my also triangular shaped person in my life, and here's what I did, or here's how it fits. So I think I'm going to rip it all the way back to where you split to start knitting the back of the pattern, because it's bottom up. So I did all of this. If I really had it in me, I would probably even reknit that whole body, because I do think it has more ease than he is looking for in terms of like chest down.
Yeah.
He only needs, like, I knit it for the measurement for his chest, but that means because he's so trim in his belly, it does have a lot of ease for him. But I'm not reknitting the entire thing. So
at that point, just pick a different sweater pattern.
I know. Actually, I was thinking about that.
Like a top-down stockinette, and you could just go to town increasing and decreasing on that thing. There's no pattern to keep track of.
I know. So
maybe knit that one. first.
Like pause on the finest kind and throw
and then use that one as your pattern.
The other thing that I was thinking of, because I really like that texture of a sweater for him. Mm-hmm. The other one that I was thinking about is the Gib 2. That it's an Andrea Mowry pattern. She was on the retreat. Oh, my phone wants to keep making it gin. On the retreat, she was knitting.
I do that.
Another one for her husband.
Okay.
It's like a raglan style with the texture.
Yeah.
Do we think that would be easier? Maybe not.
I think you should do something without texture first.
Okay. So,
I mean, if you were just going to knit a sweater, but all of this, like, he's big here, he's little here, he wants it no ease, and just
and you know
stockinette sounds great.
Some guys will just throw anything on and be like, this is great, it's a sweater. He's not. He's more particular about the fit of his clothing.
And you're going to hand make it custom.
Right.
It should be what he wants.
Right.
But I think maybe stockinette for the first one. You have a whole lifetime to knit him sweaters.
So maybe we'll add that to our shopping list for PA Sheep and
Love
Wool
that.
Rhinebeck. Love that for me too. Yeah. So that one's also on hold. But what I am going to do, I'm going to rip back that back panel at Rachel's suggestion, so that when I'm ready to start on it again, it's not like, oh, I have a task before I can start knitting.
Maybe this is just, he want to have some ice cream and then he'll fill that bottom part out and we won't have to keep re-knitting everything.
It would have to be a lot of ice cream. And I'm afraid that this would grow too. Wouldn't it all grow?
Yeah, but you're already ripping down to here.
Hey, our friend's back.
The spider?
No, the fly.
Oh,
I think it was a fly.
What's happening? What's happening? God, we're going to give someone a seizure.
So, wait, hold on, guys. We have a light. Oh!
Oh, okay. What's happening? Hi.
Hey, oh, let me tell you what else I did this week.
Okay.
I got a haircut. And then
yeah, you did.
I have naturally curly hair, obviously, and keeping my hair longer provides some weight so that the curls have some weight to like tame them down. Well, last night I went to bed with my hair wet, which is what I normally do. But it was this morning.
Can I show them the picture?
Sure. This morning when I woke up.
That's what she looked like when I got here today. She said, what am I going to do with this?
It's like, we have to film a podcast today, right?
She had curls going straight out.
So my hair gets a little better with time in terms of
it does, looks better already.
Yeah, it needs to be manhandled a little bit to calm down and into place. But yeah, there was one that was just like a spring, boing, boing. I was flipping it with my finger. So that's why my hair was pulled back at first today. We'll see. We'll see. Of course, when we have to go see people, I'm like, hey, let's get a haircut that needs work.
And then forget
that I got a haircut.
Yeah, you just fell asleep with wet hair.
I fell asleep with wet hair this direction. So when I sat up for the day, this hair still wanted to go that way. So it was like hanging out here. Yeah, we'll see.
You're doing good.
Do we think so? Do we like this haircut?
What's that one doing?
It was getting to be too much, my hair, the length of it. You know when you have too many bad hair days in a row? It's like the spooky, spectacular Halloween effects.
It's the soft scare. Hold on, guys. All right, a
That's
little
better.
less light.
Yeah.
But no seizures, so it's probably better.
Okay. That was just on a tangent. What else do we want to talk about? What's coming up?
Yes. Oh, like soon.
Yeah. Hey, I was laying in bed last night and I panic called Rachel and she didn't answer the phone. So I panic called her again and she still didn't answer the phone. And I was like, well, great. Now I get to lay in bed and be scared by myself because I realized.
How does it work?
How dare she? I realized that we have
not a lot of time
to MC for hours. It's not even like, oh, we can black out for 20 minutes and it'll be over. We have to do it for hours. We have the opportunity to do it for hours.
We have to bring a significant amount of beverage.
liquid. But then we have to strategically time bathroom breaks.
I don't know. Are you going to leave me alone?
Right. I don't want you to leave me alone.
Oh, excuse me. We'll be back. We have to go in the porta potty together. I don't actually know if there are porta potties at Maryland Sheep and Wool. I'm just assuming.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we talking about, Rach? What is in...
Oh, Pennsylvania Sheep and Wool. The first annual Pennsylvania Sheep and Wool Festival is being held this weekend, October 11th and 12th, at the Dayton, Pennsylvania Fairgrounds. And we are attending on Saturday, and we are emceeing the sheep to shawl competition.
Yes.
Wow, your hair is doing something.
I know.
Just leave it alone. It was good, and it doesn't want to be contained. So, gates open 10 a.m.
My mom once said, sorry, about my hair. She said, Renee, your hair is perfectly representative of you. It is big and loud, and don't try to tell it what to do, because it's just going to do whatever it wants. And look at her right now. She's going to do whatever she wants.
Yeah. So, gates open at 10. Competition starts at 11. It goes until 2:30. So, Renee and I will be in the main exhibition hall for the sheep to shawl competition, 11 to 2:30. And then after that, we're going to meander around and visit our friends and hopefully meet you guys and enjoy the festival until it ends at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It's
Sheep
exciting.
to shawl.
Sheep to shawl. And they have a lot of fun things.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
Me
the
too.
whole day. Actually, we're going to have to really hustle bustle it around to see all the things.
I know. I was feeling a little like, is that enough time for us?
We're going to miss the Sheep Olympics. They happen while we're working. Someone take a picture.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. And I want specific yarn things that I'm worried we're not going to get if we are emceeing a different event.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah, so we are very excited to see you guys there if you are there on October 11th.
Yes.
If we see you before we MC the Sheep to Shawl, we'll probably be
a little distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the competition starts at 11, but I think we need to be there and prepared before that. So we really don't have a lot of time before the competition starts.
No.
We'll do all our socializing after.
We'll be much better company after.
Yes. And then the next week is New York Sheep and Wool.
Yeah, which we will be at Indie Untangled from 10 to 12 with 29 Bridges Studios. Mary is the yarn dyer. She very graciously invited us to come hang out in her booth from 10 to 12 with you guys and with her and with her beautiful yarn. So if you have ticket times for Indie Untangled from 10 to 12, come see us. Say hi.
Yeah.
Maybe get some yarn to make Spooktacular socks. Maybe
Or
I'll
a
do that.
honeycomb shawl.
Yeah. So we'll be there with our shawls and Rachel's sock.
Yeah. Because it's going to get finished.
After that, we'll probably shop around Indie Untangled because our ticket times is for
12 to 2.
Right. And then
we have Wool and Affair tickets for the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have some fun stuff coming up.
Fun and busy.
Busy. Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, I have a little haul.
Oh!
Yes.
We almost forgot that.
So, I was watching YouTube, as you do, and I got influenced.
Okay. I feel like I can see our history on YouTube, and Rachel has more time. When are you watching all of that YouTube?
Huh? Oh, while I'm sitting around waiting for kids to practice their hockey.
Oh, that sounds luxurious.
Okay, so...
Because I can see her history, and she watches a lot more YouTube than I do.
Well, sometimes I put it on to fall asleep, too.
Okay.
I used to listen to audiobooks to fall asleep, but then I would, lose my place in the audiobook. And if I just put on a YouTube video that I've already watched, it's still someone talking me to sleep, but I am not missing anything because I've already watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Here's what I was influenced to buy. Here's what I bought. And then we'll talk about it. Because she's a visual learner, you guys.
Oh, yay!
Renee hasn't seen them. Okay, so I bought some yarn from Needles at the Ready. They were showing them on their podcast this weekend. And this is a Rachel palette if you've ever seen one. So I got 3 different bases because I wanted to feel them.
Look, Kevin, we have your yarn.
We. Okay. This is Athena sock. This is an 85-15 superwash merino nylon. This is in the color mossy cobblestone. This one right here, this dark gray.
Here, go ahead.
Okay. And then I'm sorry. Okay, not this blue one. Those two are on the same base. That's the Apollo base. It's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Tutu and Ghost.
Tutu
and I feel like this was named for like a ballerina tutu, but in my mind, it's the Hawaiian tutu, which is the name for grandma.
That's cute. But no, I do think that this is very aptly named for...
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Okay, so Tutu and Ghost. And then this is the 75% superwash BFL nylon.
Wait.
I know. In the color Sully. Tell me that's not the perfect name for that color. Right?
Wait. I'm trying to get the...
Okay. What are you doing? Feel the yarn.
Okay.
I know. Nice, huh?
Yeah. Ha! Oh, this is beautiful.
I know.
Look at that.
Doesn't that look like Sully?
So this is like soft blue.
It's like the character on Monsters, Inc.
With purple speckling.
Is that not what it's named for?
I don't know.
Where's my face? Kevin, tell me if that's what it's named for.
Okay, so we have Solly. That's the BFL. This is Athena sock. Oh my gosh.
Nice, right?
Yes. Have you ever made a sock with BFL?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me see.
And then these two are 80/20s.
These are freaking beautiful.
I know.
I know that they're not for the same project because you pick different bases, but they could be.
Hey, I almost got convinced to make the M Cowl because those 4 showed up the night before the M Cowl started, the Stephen West knit along.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have time because I have 6 whips.
Look how pretty that pink is.
Oh, I know.
These are gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm still taking it in.
I know, because she didn't know they existed.
Yeah, you can't surprise me on camera because I also process inside.
She'll freeze. It's nice, yeah.
Beautiful. This is 2-ply. What are these?
Oh.
This is a 4-ply, the BFL.
So is this 4-ply.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Do you know what you're going to make?
This has like speckles of like green and blue and gray. I don't know what I'm going to make yet, except I do think that I want to use one of these that are more tonal and less speckled and make, I want to retry to make the Rachel socks.
Look at what Rachel socks?
The ones that the Twin Set and Pearl ladies gifted me for my birthday.
Look how clean the speckling is there. Like, it's
pretty.
speckled and didn't, like...
Spread?
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
I know, I'm excited. Okay, so that's my small haul.
I love it.
Pretty.
Is that, wait. Those colors, you were in a vibe, but those colors all look pretty together.
Yes.
I really like this one.
Yes.
Look how pretty that is.
Oh, I brought this too. Do you guys want to see how much yarn is left over from my skeins for my stripe head?
Yeah. Now, as a reminder, this yarn is
This is the Swanky Sock by Magpie Fibers. Like, they're all close to 50 grams.
Okay.
But they might have started as 115 grams. Some of their skeins are heavy.
Yeah.
But,
that's generous.
It is. And I still have to do what is that? I thought that was a bug. It's just piece of paper. I still have to do the, this and this.
Yeah. That's nothing.
But,
cool.
You know what I'm excited about? I feel like a real knitter. Because I have scraps now. As I have my leftovers from the shawl, that's fingering. I'm going to have these, and then I'm going to have
scraps.
Like a real legitty lady. I can make something.
How does that legitty lady walk? Like a real legitty lady. What are you going to make?
I think a sea glass something.
Is that what Gail just made Laura, or Laura made Gail?
Do they make the sea glass?
We don't have to figure that out here. But yeah, show me the sea glass. Because Laura just made Gail something with all of her sock yarn scraps, and it was gorgeous.
Keep it 100 on the land.
No, that wasn't it. Oh, but that is pretty. And you should do the cardigan.
Well, it's, either one, but isn't it pretty?
Yeah. The cardigan's in my queue.
And the cardigan is knit, it's only knit.
But I think that...
Do you know what I mean? Like if you read the description for it, it says you don't have to purl. You just keep adding a new color and knitting again.
Perfect.
I know. Well, I'm guessing that's how it goes, but it does...
That's not it.
I don't understand what's happening.
Is it released? I've seen it on...
Here it is.
Okay.
I didn't spell it right. Ravelry is very particular in how you spell the things.
It is, yes. It's so pretty. Yeah.
I'm going to need significantly more than 5 skeins of scraps, but I'm on my way.
Yeah, you're on your way.
Watch me go, guys. What else? What else do we have to talk about?
I think that's it. Hour and a half to die. Hour and a half to die, guys.
It was a quick one. You were right.
I told Rachel, I said, hey, I think this is going to be a quick one. I have something else that we can talk about.
Wow. Let's hear it.
Going back to the redesign project bags.
Oh.
Because I have, what has it been? A month now that we've had ours?
Yeah.
A month? So this is on its way to being well loved. However, it's open right now, so that's why she's looking like this. This leather has softened up so much that my daughter was using this. We were grocery shopping, and I had my bag like in the deep part of the grocery cart, and she was using it as a pillow. But when we first purchased these, they were kind of stiff and kept their cube shape.
So I have a new one.
Yeah.
So we can hold on, let me zip her up.
Like, my point is, I think it's just getting better with time.
Oh no, it certainly does. And it didn't take that long.
No.
So this is a pretty new one.
Yeah, and see, it's not stiff leather, but it holds that cube shape.
This is a good visual too. So this is the Project 10.
Let me zip it so that it's better for them.
This is the Project 10, and it just has this one carry strap here. There's nothing on the outside. It's just the bag like this. Now Renee is holding the Project 39, which
where did you order yours from?
Both came from Yarn Birds. Robin sold me both of them.
Okay, we'll put her information.
But I like to carry this around day to day inside another tote, and these handles were getting in my way.
These handles in this.
Yeah, it was just too bulky. This is a bag to be carried on its own, and it's perfect for that.
Yeah.
But if you want to carry it with, like, inside something, this is not the best choice. But the actual volume of the big part of these two bags is identical.
Same.
So this is basically this bag with extra handles, a strap, and the pocket in the front. Mm-hmm. Project 10, Project 39.
This one has the handles that you can... I will often carry it like this in public. This is more of just a handle. Yeah.
This one goes inside another bag.
I think so. Or stays at home.
No, it's what I do.
No, I know, but for other people.
Oh, they can do whatever they want.
Right.
Black, walnut.
Mm-hmm. And how I use this bag, everything in here is knitting. And then this is where I keep calling it my life stuff, but I can fit, so I have car key, mail keys, gas axe, sunscreen, wallet, money, AirPods. Like, I fit everything that I need in this pocket.
And when that came, I thought that this outside pocket was baloney, because it was very stiff and it didn't seem like you could fit a lot. But as the weather wears in, you can fit more and more in this front pocket.
Leather.
What did I say?
Weather.
I haven't slept yet, you guys. So yes, you can fit a decent amount in this front pocket, but it won't exactly feel that way when you first get it.
And I like that. So this bag is not easy to open and get inside of.
No. While
you're like standing in line for something.
No.
So it's nice that I can put all of those things that I need. Like, oh, I need my wallet. I can just pop in there and get it in the front. Mm-hmm. That makes it. This is like my day-to-day bag now. So yeah, and in here I have the entire Easy V, and I have all of my projects. So I have the Easy V, the whole yoke of it, and I have the 2 skeins of yarn for my Plump It Up. This is all of my projects.
I am still carrying around. Look at this dirty. Look, here's the coffee that I spilt. This coffee is also the one on the pink sweatpants. I'm still carrying this huge dirty tote bag around, and I put all my project bags down inside and my needle case, because what if I get stranded somewhere for a month?
That's right.
I'll have stuff to do.
You never know.
You don't know.
And then what's this one? That's your.
This is my Project 9, which is like it's exactly like the 10, just smaller. It fits my jaunty shawl. It fit all 4 skeins of yarn, and obviously they're knit now, but it fits it comfortably.
Yeah. What do you put in these elastic side pockets?
So I put, let me show you, because I have stuff shoved in these ones.
I think this was the problematic child today.
I put extra stitch stoppers and scraps of yarn.
Okay. Where's that scrappy yarn from?
This was the first skein of this, but I didn't think that this would do a whole stripe, and just in case the color match wasn't perfect, I moved to a different stripe.
That's smart.
But I kept it in case, like, what if I need it for a bind off? Or,
right.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, and look at this, you guys. Hold on. I have this pair of these for you if you want to.
Ooh. Spooky.
Wait, they look like they're kissing. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Okay.
I keep looking at this yarn.
Yeah.
It is so pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice, it's like soft, but also a little bit bright.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
That is such a pretty
Here,
color. As a reference.
Yeah, do I want
like
this color in my sweater?
Oh. You could hold it double.
Hey, this guy gotta hold
let me actually tell you. When you held that one up, I thought, is that going to be enough contrast? Pull out that cream yarn. That was the only one that in my brain, I was like, is that enough for her? Is that enough?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, the tone might be a little bright. As compared to the rest of the sweater stripes.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I know. I say thank you like I did anything except buy it. I just bought it.
Great job. You did a great job.
Good job buying that yarn.
Well, I was saying great job to Kevin.
Oh,
but sure. Great job, Rach. Hey guys, look. I still have one of Rachel's socks on my feet. I should give this back to her now. But yeah.
It would be a long time before I realized that thing was missing. Not until it was time to block them. Okay. What else?
That's it.
What else we have to
That's
talk
the show.
How'd we do?
Guys, be nice. Don't answer that too truthfully. Don't hurt our feelings. All right, that's it.
All right.
Let's go watch. We need to study up on sheep to shawl.
Okay.
That's what I'm focusing on this week. I'm not going to cast anything else new on. I'm going to work on those and
watch sheep to shawls.
Do we think I can get the Easy V done by Rhinebeck?
I don't know. It's worsted. Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Do you want that done as the Plump It Up?
No, that doesn't have to be done.
Yes, you can get it done.
That I would love to wear that.
Hey, I think
it would be adorable.
I was watching some sheep to shawl things on YouTube, and one of them was it was like a male announcer, and I think he was from the news. It was like a news replay, and people were ripping him apart in the comments because he kept calling it shaving the sheep, and that was huge no apparently. They were not pleased.
Oh no.
They're like, and they're shaving the sheep now. Whoa, people were mad.
Hey, so I was listening to the technicalities of sheep to shawl judging. Like it was a virtual judging, and the judges were on with kind of like an MC type person, like guiding them through the conversation. And I got really nervous because there are some technicalities of it that they're gonna think that I have like a nervous tick.
Hey, just do your hair like that. If anyone doesn't like what we're saying, maybe you'll distract them with that one little curl.
Oh, this is me mean about my hair.
No, they won't be mean.
They obviously are very well versed in the competition and the construction of the shawl. There's something called crushability. I know. It's like taking notes.
Well, that's the other thing. How are we taking notes? Because my inclination is to write them down, but then I'm afraid I'm going to be like, so cute.
No, I think it has to be written. Just because in this day and age, I feel like people staring at phones gives off that we're not interested vibe.
Okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, but it needs to be written on something more substantial than a piece of paper that I'm going to crumble up.
Well, I thought about clipboards.
Oh, maybe our maker boards. Can we just clip them to that?
Yeah, I'm going to use an actual clipboard.
Do you have one?
I think so. For my kids, I don't know. Probably because I have 2 children.
Okay.
But that was like part of their art.
We used to have clipboard. Yeah, is that what you call them?
Yes.
The things with the thing?
So that our paper doesn't fly away.
Yes, we used to have those, but at some point, the children used them so much that they're...
Yeah, because I want like the names of the teams, the things that we want to talk about.
The things we have to keep reminding people.
Yeah, because people are going to be in and out. Yeah. Clipboard. Bottle of water.
Maybe caffeine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What else? What else do we need? A snack.
A diaper, probably, with all of our... Yeah, a snack.
A snack, a drink, a caffeine.
Maybe like a lozenge or like something... You know when you talk so much your mouth gets dry?
Okay. Does that mean a cough drop?
Yeah.
I have those. I don't know what a lozenge.
Like a Jolly Rancher even.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, we want to do a good job. I've never emceed a single thing in my life. Actually, no. I've hosted business meetings, like corporate business meetings. In a lot of ways, I feel like that's also emceeing, but that doesn't need to be entertaining as well.
So, I have a very good... What's happening?
Oh, I couldn't tell if the fuzz was coming off of your nose or... Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I have a very good friend.
She's done this without glasses the whole time, you guys.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
You have a very good friend.
I do.
Is her name Renee?
Different one.
She retired. Very good friends.
I do. Okay, when my good friend retired, the thing that they used to do at my old place of work was roast the person. They would have like a proper roast. So they would throw a big party and then everyone would get up and say really mean things.
That's a thing.
Yeah. And they were like, Rachel, do you want to roast your very good friend? And I was like, no, I do not want to talk in front of people.
I know.
Like, I don't want to do that. And they were like, oh, okay. And then a couple of days go by and they're like, you sure you don't want to like say something? I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to talk in front of people. The night before the party, her husband comes up to me and he's like, gonna need you to MC. And I was like, the person that does the most talking? That's what you want me to do? I told you I don't want to talk in front of people. He was like, yep, it's going to be you. Also, can you make us a slideshow? Okay? So I made a slideshow and literally this, Jody, don't get nervous.
Jody is the organizer of PhD people who asked if we would.
I would go up and I would say, okay, next, Dan's turn.
Jody, don't get nervous.
Okay, next, someone else's turn.
Hey, okay, so when I went and got my haircut, and I scheduled my haircut for the same day as the knit night. The once a month, first Wednesday of every month, there's a knit night hosted by Knit Pit Yarn Club. Knit Pit, they have Yarn Club. It's in Lawrenceville, here in Pittsburgh. And so I scheduled my haircut, which is also in the city, on the same night because maybe I'll just go to knit night. But also, let me make a reservation for one of my favorite restaurants that's also near where I get my haircut. So my husband ended up being able, my parents came to watch the kids. My husband met us down, as did our very close neighbors that live across the street. They came down for date night too, and we had dinner and drinks, the four of us. My neighbor just celebrated his last day of work.
Ever? Did he retire?
At that company.
Okay.
Well, second to last day of work. But on his last day, second to last day, they roasted him.
Oh.
Like on a call. And then they emailed him the roast. So as a part of our date night dinner, he said, I want you guys to read this. And my husband said, actually, can I read it? Can I one man roast Tom? Yeah. And it was really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That's all I have to say about that.
I don't want to roast.
I don't want to roast.
No.
I don't want people to roast me, and I don't want to roast people.
Correct. I don't want to do that
It's too mean-spirited for me.
Yeah, I don't like that. Also, when I retire, I don't want anyone to know. I just want to walk out of work. I want to, just walk out of work and not walk back into work. That's what I want to do. I just want to, you know me and the crying. Don't say goodbye. Don't try shaking my hand or any of that business. Just pretend I'm on vacation. See you later.
Oh, it's the crying part that would make you.
And then I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. I don't like when it's anyone's last day of work because I don't like that. Oh, hey, nice to work. Don't want to do any of that.
The computer. No, you don't want that?
Don't want to do that.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
I don't mind what's this word? I'd like to acknowledge the event, but I don't need it to be in a sharp way with the roast.
No, I don't want any of it.
I like to, because my brain is so, but sometimes it's good for me to stop and be like, this is a moment. Let's acknowledge that this moment is happening, because sometimes I get down the line a few years and I'm like, does that person still work here? Where have they been?
I don't work with that many people. I know who's there.
Look at this curl, you guys. I can't. Yeah. Anyways.
It's doing this
thing. Okay.
All right. Can I go to bed now?
Yes. You go to bed. I have to get my day going. Guys, that's it. That's episode
28.
Episode 28 here at Table 10 with us and my
Rogue Curl.
Yes, Rogue Curl. Thank you so much for joining us. If you don't already, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. Please be nice. We got a couple mean comments for what felt like the first time.
Yeah.
And they really hurt our feelings. So if you have nothing nice to say, just quietly go on your own way. Please.
There's so many other videos on YouTube.
If you have become a regular here with us, thank you so much for all of the positive comments and the encouragement and the love that you send our way. We really appreciate it. And you can find us on social media as well. Renee at Table 10, Rachel at Table 10, and collectively on Instagram, we are Table 10 Podcast. Mm-hmm. But on Instagram, Ravelry, TikTok, Rachel at Table 10, Renee at Table 10. What did I miss?
I think you did a good job.
I did good?
You did a good job.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us. And we'll see you next week. We'll have stories about the sheep to shawl.
Oh, yes, we will.
I hope we get to meet some of you guys between now and then. Okay? Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Hey, our friend's back.
The spider?
No, the fly. Oh, I think it was a fly.
What's happening?
Look, I still have one of Rachel's socks on my feet.
What's happening? God, we're going to give someone a seizure.
Episode 28 here at Table 10 with us and my...
Can I show them the picture?
Sure. Go up.
What did she look like when I got here today? Oh, hey, Anna, there's some. I
So
am.
pretty.
I do.